Yep.
All right. After a little bit of chalk, we're here for a best of 5 between Str8 Tilted and Worriers in our Contender Premade division. My name is IK, so with me is Aerotonic. Aero, what are you seeing right off the rip?
You know, I'm looking at this. You got 2 down right now for Str8 Tilted. Warriors 2 down as well. And I'm going to be kind of excited, man. At 3-5 right now. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, right now, Str8 Tilted are able to get 25 seconds on the clock, or 24 before Warriors touch that B stronghold. I do want to mention I play with the team of Warriors on 8s, like very consistently. Was with them last night. They're a formidable foe in this division. I expect them to take the victory just because I play with them and I know how hard they work. But Str8 Tilted have Jay Rizzle on the death screen. Once he comes up, they'll have a full force stack to go up against the opponent. It's getting tied here. 21-24 is the score. Just about. What are you seeing?
Yeah, I mean, taking a look right now, like you said, 29-24 right now in favor of the Warriors. Drahar, as we're watching right now, trying to push that A zone, but they're going to get the cap. He didn't push it in enough time, which is going to give Str8 Tilted some time on this, as they do have the triple cap for right now.
Yeah, right now the A stronghold, though, goes in favor of Drahar, who's able to get a nice slay. I'm not sure if that was a 2-piece. Didn't look like it. Jay Rizzle gets a perfect off-screen onto Dark. Right now, we're just seeing the calm, cool, and collected play out of Drahar, who is always excited to get into these lobbies and on stream. They do take control of this map, 41 and counting, to Str8 Tilted's 47, who the team in blue are a little staggered here. Looks like Warriors are doing a great job of just playing together. Drahar with the killing spree and with the ping, so just distributing their comms and just information that they see. I do want to mention, as we see Str8 Tilted go down 3, that Warriors are dialed in with their communication. This is the time where I wish we were able to do a listening, because they are always on top of the spawns, know their strategy, and right now they're just playing simple fundamental Halo with this AB hold. Drahar backs off from the 1v1, so chaos is going to ensue as that B stronghold is in flux.
Yeah, definitely 2 down right now for the Warriors. Str8 Tilted only 1 down. They have a chance right now to push into B and really cap that, to put the pressure back on the Warriors, but I don't think we're going to see it absolutely captured. There it is right there, 79-26 or 36.
Yeah, right now the score is counting in favor for the squad in blue, trying to make a little bit of comeback. Chaos, and sees that red pipes and batteries. Jay Rizzle gets the triple kill. I believe it's the second time we're seeing them. Game Warden is the last one up for their team. 4 down for Warriors as Str8 Tilted just control B and C here. Nobody's really pushing for that triple cap, because once they do, they really get punished. That battle at that Mangler door, the shots going into the enemy, shot caller for Jay Rizzle popping off, about to tie this game with another 10 seconds left.
Yeah, we watched Jay Rizzle in that last series that we were casting, and he had a really good game that game. And here, coming out of the gate heavy, carrying his team right now, 9-1-4 on the scoreboard for Jay Rizzle, just holding down that top goal.
Yeah, he's immediately looking at long haul, saying, hey, I know where they're going to come up. Is electing to have the covered cross, not just standing directly on that glass, but getting the cover as well, is able to bait the enemy into an engagement, makes them abso. And this is what I like to see, both teams just willing to get their damage and then seeing what comes from it. The score does go in favor of Str8 Tilted as they take the lead by about 20 or so seconds.
And Jay Rizzle just staying up in that bat ledge right now, jumps down, gets the trade on B right there to secure at least a couple more seconds on that hill, but it looks like Warriors are going to pick that up. 108-79 right now in favor of Str8 Tilted.
2v2 on the map. C is in flux, trying to be flipped for Str8 Tilted, who do a great job of just rotating. They went for the triple cap, got punished for just a little bit. They surrendered that act camo to Banana Grabber, who's been frying in the 8s, but unfortunately that player gets hit with the caster curse and drops. But Game Warden, even though they're down 1 member, they flip that stronghold into their favor.
Yeah, I mean, holding AB is a great hold, but you got 3 members of Str8 Tilted pushing through that long haul right now. Great crosses from Game Warden right there into gold stairs, getting those kills and those assists, as you can see.
Yeah, take me back to SOR comp training on Recharge. Stronghold is just practicing that setup. How many times have we done that? More than I can count. As we see, though, that A and C position is in favor for the squad in blue, who are just doing a masterful job just running across the map and just swarming this enemy.
Absolutely. Banana here trying to push into that top A. He's going to go down, not before getting the double kill, though. So 2 down for both teams right here with Str8 Tilted winning 128 to 100 so far.
Yeah, right now it's just chaos, chaos, chaos as that A is in flux once again. But for a second, I thought that zone was going to get cleared. Game Warden comes up to help out the teammate. Dark's on the dead screen. Champ is also looking for that respawn. So it's going to be a back and forth battle here. I think that Warriors will be able to take the lead, but unfortunately I jinxed them and they're down 2 with Str8 Tilted swarming back elevator, trying to take out Dragar. Will they succeed? They do.
Yeah, but Dark coming in from bottom A, helping him out, getting the trade right there on that kill, even though Dragar went down. Now Dark in a 1v1, he goes down, and it looks like Str8 Tilted is going to keep control of A for this point right now.
Yeah, and thank you to everybody who's been tuned in and dialed. Even if you're just keeping the tab up, really means a lot to everybody in the Halo Rec League. Deadeye trying to get the shots. His Abso is going to get taken out at that bottom control. A is flipping once again. I think that's the stronghold we've seen flip like 3 times, but somehow, some way, Warriors continue to score. Str8 Tilted are over halfway to victory here. BR in the hands of J Rizzle. They don't get some shots in because that was their teammate. Dark gets a slay on to Deadeye off screen. J Rizzle moves. Still has their life, but has some information now to have a good coordinated push through top gold. Sees the straggler, melees, tries to get the headshot, but the double melee goes through as J Rizzle moves, and Warriors continue to score, but not for long. The lead changes once again. I expect Str8 Tilted to take advantage of this 3-down situation, even though it was only like a fraction of a second that they had that advantage, but they immediately collapse onto A, flip B, and continue to score and take the lead once again.
I mean, looking at the scoreboard right now, you got Game Warrior sitting in 9-4-10. You got Banana sitting at 14-4-9. You got Dragar sitting at 9-6-9, and Dark sitting at 7-5-12. He's kind of back down on a little bit on that scoreboard with a negative kill to death ratio. But on the other side, you have the exact same thing: 7-5-10, 8-2-10, 18-2-10, and 9-7-11. A really even game right now. That's why we're seeing these scores so close together.
Yeah, I'll be brutally honest. When I used to see Banana Grabber in the 8th lobby, I would say free kill. I could easily slay them out. But now, leading their team to a victory here, or at least a little bit of a comeback, if you will. Dragar on the bottom elevator, just trying to get shots, working with Grabber, who gets a pick, but then trades their life. Deadeye, with this active camo, will start touching C, but the push through control should be there. Let's see this engagement.
Yeah, I definitely probably would have took that camo into top white as fast as possible to get that kill and get as much information from my teammates as possible before dying like that and burning that camo and essentially not having any information for the team.
Yeah, Banana Grabber goes down, trades with the active camo, so that point that you made still stands because Warriors will be able to take the lead once again. Back and forth, and once again, back and forth. Banana goes down at top gold, and 2v3 in favor for Str8 Tilted, who will take control of A once again.
J Rizzle doing a really good job keeping the cross shots out of top gold right now, so his teammates have a chance to go try and touch up A. Unfortunately, not able to do it, and Warriors are going to pick that up.
Yeah, Warriors just trying to take control of this point, but the nades from Champ are there. The wingman and the double assist will control top A in favor for the squad in blue, with a headshot at the gold goes in favor for Str8 Tilted, and Champ is just moving very confidently as they take the lead once again.
Definitely has to get up into that top goal to get rid of those cross shots. You can see Warriors really pushing that long haul right now. It's the only choice they really have, as they know that there are a bunch of people on A at the moment, and now they're making that swing shift over to A right now. Perfect play by them, even though Str8 Tilted only 2 down.
Yeah, Str8 Tilted did not have the advantage, but I like that play. Even though Champ goes down, they're still able to find the assist and the damage at top A. Tony now at the A steps, gets taken out, but the stronghold will go in favor for Str8 Tilted. I'm going to say it one more time, once again, because it's just chaos for both teams.
Flipping.
Doing a great job of just controlling and rotating. Even if they don't have the advantage, they'll try to get a good spawn, and that's what strongholds is all about. Camo into the chest of Champ. Trades Oh, actually gets away with their life. So now they'll have a great opportunity to hit that 200-point mark.
Definitely. They had the chance right there to take Camo off the map, unfortunately missing those couple shots as they were running at the Camo, and now just getting shocked off of batteries and then meleeed. That's rough, man. That's rough when you can't make a move because you got two guys pushing you from up top.
Yeah, you spend so much time and focus on the map trying to get that after camo. You better make it pay. But somehow, some way, Str8 Tilted are still in the driving seat here. This is going to be a close ending. Squeaky bum time, as the caster Delta would say. Man, I miss you, Delta. But right now, at that top A and that overhang, an exchange. It's 2v2 trying to push to top A. Str8 Tilted go down somehow, some way. Warriors stay on top of this zone and will take the lead for a tight ending to this game one on recharge in this Contender Premade division. Will this push and rotate from Dragar work? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
I don't like this play from Dragar. He had a good position in top A with the cross shot over in top gold and gave up that position to push into bat ledge and ends up going down. And now a chance for Str8 Tilted to pick up B as they take out both members of Warriors up in top gold.
Yeah, they were looking at A, but once they saw their teammate there, Deadeye was said, hey, they're immediately going to come up on long haul, and I like that. I don't know if I like this over-aggressive push, but the player is no longer living. You see chaos, but somehow, some way, Str8 Tilted continue. Have 3 down for Warriors, and will just look for this money setup to take one more lead change into their favor and maybe close things out.
I mean, 2 being down for Warriors right now, and with a solo push into long haul, and now you can see one member of Warriors pushing into that top elbow. He's got one guy down in bottom white that's engaged, gets the kill, and this might be it as they are working on the triple cap.
Yeah, well, this is a dangerous triple cap, though. They realize that Str8 Tilted are trying to grab C here. Dragar needs to be patient with what they do here because A is in flux. They see that camo, great eyes out of Dragar, but unfortunately, it's to no avail as Deadeye anchors it. Banana Grabber comes in, cleans it up. Chaos, 245 to 233. Let's see how this closes out.
Not sure if Warriors are going to be able to pull this one off with them taking B and A at the same time. You got 1 down for the Warriors, all 4 up for Str8 Tilted, and this might be it if he can get this kill right there.
Yeah, this might be all she wrote. Champ with the 1v1 and gets the perfect right there to secure A. Immediately flies towards B to help out the teammate. All you got to do is help. You don't got to save the life, but Banana somehow, some way is not able, even though they find the slay, they did not affect the longest. Will definitely take the victory here. Dragar on their perspective now is looking for that shock rifle, but instead go to S4 for some damage. I like that play. Immediately we see Str8 Tilted go 2 down and Dre pick up that camo and utilize it. No shock pickup just yet, so let's see if that comes back to haunt them.
Yeah, definitely this over rotation into A, gonna pick up some kills here and take a nice 4-1 lead, but obviously switching the spawns and giving Str8 Tilted the shock rifle may not be the best play in the world, but it's working out so far.
Yeah, let's see. Dragar sniffing the back smack. Ooh, get taken out. That's exactly what I did not want to see, Dragar. You got to go for that power weapon. I know it's not an S7 sniper like it used to be, but oh no, it was never an S7. I've been playing too many doubles. Right now, the score is 4-2 with a minute being drained off the clock. J Rizzle was able to get another headshot onto Banana Grabber off screen. A nice 2-piece for the slay onto Dragar. Tony does not connect with the first shock, the shock shot. That's a bit of a mouthful right there. But now has their shields blinking and drops Deadeye with the green gun, gets taken out back and forth. As I hate to be so critical, but everybody's just kind of getting averaged here. No one has a solid foothold just yet. Everybody knows where the spawner is going to come up. You see everybody in Str8 Tilted gathered, but even though they have that power weapon, they're probably going to get collapsed on.
Definitely. I mean, even Banana, who had a really great game number 1, sitting with 0 kills right now. He does have 3 assists, so definitely helping out, just not finishing. And you can see that 2 go down for Warriors, right? Almost 3 right now, with 3 up for Str8 Tilted. And this game almost tied up. 1 kill apiece separates them.
Yeah, I've been trying to get Warriors into the clan. I won't lie, SOR, but they're a little like a little grumpy with it. Because I know that some good comp training would do them a long way. They had a really great position, but weren't really able to utilize it. Grabber grabs the active camo, but not for long. 11-11. Now the lead has changed in favor for Str8 Tilted, who do a great job of just staying cool, calm, and collected. I thought they were going to get collapsed on, but now they have time. They pick up the stickies, and we'll have the team shots into the enemies at Flowers. Ooh, do not connect, though. That lead still holds strong for only a matter of seconds, though. It's tied. Let's see how it unfolds.
Yeah, right there, you can see 2 go down for Str8 Tilted, and Banana Grabber up on a ledge. Only 2 kills right now, 3 assists, sitting at the same that he was just a minute ago, but finally able to put some kills on the board, not 0-3-1. So doing a really good job here, and hopefully he can make this transition over to C-Plat. Gets a kill there. Now pushing the guy at LR, backs up. He's got help. He's got to play his life as he rotates down into bottom mid.
Yeah, Banana Grabber. I keep getting impressed by this player. I was playing FFA last night, and I was like, dude, I'm losing the Banana Grabber. I was tweaking. But you know what? They find the lead here for in favor for them. So I'm getting a nice meal to eat my words. And 3 down. Nope, 2 down, 4 Str8 Tilted. Now it's the 3 down. I wanted to call it. I thought Grabber was going to get the slay. Game Warden finds one on the champ. I did want to mention Jay Rizzle hit a team shot perfect on the champ. So that might lead to a little bit of frustration. Like I predicted, that snowball effect is coming up. You know where the spawners are going to be. You know how to collapse. If you have the advantage, you got to utilize it. The shot at Silo goes through. The loop ping is there. 23-14, and Str8 Tilted out of nowhere, just struggling a little bit.
Yeah, I'd like to see Str8 Tilted play a little bit from up top. They kind of left that A spawn wide open and allowed Warriors to come in from behind and take advantage of that. You can see the shock in the hand of Dragar right here. He's got to get some kills. You got 3 guys sitting over at posters. Terrible position. If the guys over at Str8 Tilted could take advantage of that and push out, that would probably be the best play for them instead of just standing all together.
Yeah, Warriors just went down 3. Dragar comes off the respawn. Immediately, they go down 2 once again. Dark is up, so let's see if they're able to get the coordination. You see those red dots all together at that blue spawn. All of them came up together. Tony now with this camo gets hit with a nade, backs off, playing this patiently. You got to have your opportunity to take your advantages. You can't surrender this. I know they're turtling a little bit, so that may play into your point that you don't really like to see. Maybe them holding forward a little bit more on that roller, but right now they just got to minimize that lead. It's a 7-kill difference now as Grabber gets one onto Deadeye. The slays are there for Warriors, who just pushed out of that spawn beautifully. They do drop 1, but they win the overall engagement. But as I say that, the Jinx goes through, but somehow, some way, that lead stays at 7.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Jay Rizzle really carrying his team right now. 10-3-9. Nobody even close to him. I mean, maybe Deadeye within 5. But on the other side, you got Game sitting at 9. You got Banana sitting at 9, and even Dark sitting at 8. Dragar needs to pull his weight just a little bit more and get up there. I know he's got the most assists in the game on his team, I should say. But I'd like to see him finish some of these kills and help out the team just a little bit more to increase that lead.
Yeah, the collapse onto Grabber works, and that lead is only 4 now in favor for Warriors. While we have a split second to yap, I would really love to see these guys, you know, instead of using that Xbox party, utilize the HRL Discord for their aids. I got to call them out a little bit on stream. We see a shot caller badge by Jay Rizzle, but I would love to see everybody just taking that community up to the next level. The power item goes into the chest of Jay, and now the collapse is there at posters. As the killing spree badge comes through, they immediately get average, but they're able to minimize the lead to only 2 and have momentum on their side, as Dark is a little timid to push off, knows the enemy is right there, gets hit with the jump, somehow, some way finds a slay onto Tony, but Champ responds with one of their own. Jay Rizzle gets another one onto Grabber. It's only a 1-kill difference now.
Yeah, definitely. Again, Jay Rizzle just really showing his slaying abilities, sitting at 16-4-10. I mean, he's got that +6 KD right now, just really keeping Str8 Tilted in this game, and nobody's got an answer for him on the side of the Warriors. So if Deadeye and Tony and Champ could increase their game just a little bit, help him out, you can see them take this game number 2.
Yeah, the sticky nade goes through, doesn't find any damage. Ooh, a nice strafe out of Dragar. They're 5, 10, and 9. So I'm a little bit like Dre. Come on, my guy, don't get average. But Game Warden is able to find a slay with the help of Banana, also finding a pick, and now a melee off screen. J Rizzle takes out the grabber, so now Str8 Tilted will have a little bit more opportunity to get their coordination up after that spawn. 4.5 minutes remain. Warriors only need 10. Str8 Tilted needs 14 to take this map too.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we talked about Dragar in the last game. He had that push that I didn't really like up into top gold, and here just not getting the slays that he needs to. He's got the 11 assists, so he's putting on the damage, just not able to finish those kills where he needs to in those 1v1s. And luckily, he's got his teammates to come help him clean those up. So we need him to step up just a little bit more on those slays, and I think we can see Warriors definitely put this game away.
Active camo is now active camo is now up. Had to get that one right. Dragar gets taken out once again. Just that's probably the VOD note that they'll make after the review, saying, hey, I'm just a little bit in no man's land. The ping at posters is there. J Rizzle just trying to play their life. Take the crazy nade. Somehow, some way, Game Warden is helping their team just inch towards victory here. The difference is only 4 now, with another 30 seconds being drained off that clock.
Yeah, definitely. Taking a look at this, 5 kills to go for Warriors. You got Warden sitting at 13, 8, and 10. You got Banana sitting at 12, 6, and 13. Dragar really just being the caboose on the team right now at 5, 11, and 13. And Dark leading his team at 15, 4, and 8. Great KD by him. He's definitely getting the damage and playing his life where he needs to, hence the lead right now for their team.
Yeah, well, the lead is only 1 though, with 3 minutes remaining. Now it's tied.
I
Tony finds a slay onto Warden. Let's see if Str8 Tilted are able to close things out with the shock in their hands.
Yeah, shock down in the hands of Champ, down by that grab lift. He's going to rotate up into top C. He's got to take a look. All of Warriors are in that back blue around Cafe and Flowers. They got to make a smart plays here, as they are 1 kill down and only 2 away for Warriors to take this game number 2.
Yeah, there's this caster named Delta. He's Irish, I think, or British. I'm not sure. He would say squeaky bum time. 49 to 48 is the time. Oh, not the time, the score. Oh my days. And I'm getting confirmation from production that Delta is Irish, but just like that, I wish that Str8 Tilted were able to close things out. The series is tied.
Start streaming with those, and now we're here with HRL.
Yeah, love to hear the lore right now. Do have a little bit of some latency on that. Hopefully it's just me, but I've evened out. Right now it's Champ at that P2. Exchanges go into the way of neither team, really, but Champ is able to get the camo. It was a 2-down situation for them, maybe even 3 if I'm not mistaken. J Rizzle comes up. Tony is the last one up. Champ with that bomb in camo should be able to get the distance on this objective in game 3. Where is bomb?
100%. I mean, you look right off the bat, you got 2 down for Warriors, only 1 down for Str8 Tilted. Bombs in play down in P1, and good control of P2 right now by the members of Str8 Tilted, with 2 going down for Warriors, and they have a chance to move this out a little bit, even though they're getting pushed from Utah.
I don't really like the bomb being a P1. That's something I have to pick at. I just don't like people really prioritizing that P. It's almost natural for this level of players to just consistently push for P. I don't know what it is, but right now we see that bomb just being in no man's land. Both teams trying to do something, but with those respawns being so close in that blue fridge, there's nothing really you can do without having to overslay. You see them get a little bit of distance on it, but then a member in red is there to just neutralize them. Deadeye is now the last one up. Will get taken out by Banana Grabber. 4 down for Str8 Tilted, as the yellow Spartan will be able to get some distance on that.
Yeah, definitely. I would much prefer to see the teams play from the car side. I mean, it's much wider, right? You have 3 levels that you can jump down to be safe. On that P side, it's just too congested. You get a couple guys up there, and all hell can break loose with grenades and everything else. So definitely play that car side, control it, force everybody to spawn in that fridge side, and you'll have it.
Yeah, Dark is Abso backing off from car 3. Let's Dragar switch from the bait and switch play that they tried to get. No slays just yet, with about 2 minutes drained off that clock. Excuse me. Jay Rizzle finds a melee to break this setup from both teams. You see Warriors able to respond well. They forced 2 down, even though they were down 3 for like a split second. In nowhere near the enemy, Jay Rizzle is able to get a push into the back base. Is playing this a little bit like a flag game. I'm not sure if that's their own base or the opposing team. We'll see with those respawns, but they get some damage at P1, and now that bomb, 20 seconds. If no one gets a touch, they reset. The nice H5 play out of Jay to get the slay at P2 will create some space on the map for them.
Again, holding that P side, bomb stuck over in Fridge, and I don't like the play of staying up in the opposite team's base. It doesn't make sense to me, especially in assault. But like you said, if this was flag, definitely get those kills because you have the chance to pull, right? You can always pull the flag and have some defense and play off of that. In assault, you're far away from the bomb, just like an oddball. Like, you got to play off of the bomb or the ball. And in this case, don't like that play.
Yeah, the respawns are up for Str8 Tilted. Str8 Tilted. See Champ hit the floor. This might be a 4-down situation for Warriors. Yep, it is. The Nano Grabber comes in, though. The bomb is reset, so it's all for nothing. Jay Rizzle still hasn't dropped from that push we saw. Now they do. Caster Curse comes in, but I feel like they could have gone away with a lot more with the opportunity that they had. Str8 Tilted now go down 3, so out of nowhere, they're on the back foot.
Definitely, again, holding down that top top car side would have given them a lot better of a spawn chance and better positioning on the map for the respawn of the ball, but playing too deep into the base and allowing that ball to respawn.
Yeah, active camo into the hands of Champ once again. I think that's their second active camo of this game. Finds the bomb, decides to pick it up, might give away their location, but with that camo, doesn't look like it, and now it's just playing, holding forward to the plant zone. Will they be able to get it off? Dark is in that util, trying to throw a nade, trying to get the damage, but the nice jiggle strafe out of Champ decides to drop the bomb, bait the enemy into the back base. 3 down once again for Warriors. This for sure should be a cap for Str8 Tilted, as the death screen is on for all of Warriors.
Much better play there. Played his life with the bomb. I don't like the idea of dropping it so much because you do give away your position. Luckily, he did have the AC, which played into that really well. So smart play on that part. Normally, you see people constantly dropping that bomb, giving away their position, especially when they're trying to help out a teammate. Sometimes it's better to just push when you know you got numbers coming with you.
7 minutes remain. The series is tied 1-1, but Str8 Tilted have the score of 1-0 in this game 3. Will they go up 2-1, or will Warriors find a way to respond? Dragar is Abso at that P1, gets cleaned up. 3v2 in favor for the squad in red. And right now, Champ gets immediately identified, taken out, so that 50-yard line is the area of contention for this zone. Let's see, let's see, let's see. I don't think Dark was able to grab a power item so far, but somehow, some way, grabs that slay we saw a couple seconds ago. Is just anchoring that top mid, getting shots into the blue base, finds Champ, and now will Warriors take advantage of the advantage that they have with 2 members of Str8 Tilted being on the floor?
Much better place here from Warriors, controlling that car 3. As you can see, they're able to get the slays that they need, pick up the bomb. You got Banana up in top P2, getting the shots across into blue util. Now everybody pushing together as a cohesive unit. With Heatwave in the hands of Warriors, they can make a huge play right here if they can push and get a couple slays.
Yeah, Warriors, though, crumble at that 70-yard line. You see Jay Rizzle now just playing their life to help their teammate. Gets the enemy Abso, is just waiting to see what happens, but they elect to just turn around, look at their base. I like this out of Jay Rizzle. They're up 1-0, and they just need to slow down the game and get their picks. They find a 2-piece, maybe even a triple. Wait for it. Does get the badge.
Yeah,
had to melee and trade for that, but they get it.
Yeah, 2 down for both teams right here. Ball still in play down in bottom mid. Good pushes by both teams to get the damage and get the kills to keep it even on the scoreboard and allow both teams to spawn up with position.
Yeah, 5 minutes remain here. Banana Grabber getting the pings out. Only 13-6 and 13. Only. That's kind of weird to say because they're still doing the most that they can. Even though they're not winning the slays, they're just doing a great job of being the IGL, just being that glue to allow their team to play off against. Does get taken out, overextending, and that's what I want to not see from Warriors, is them just pushing into the enemy base without that flag. I think it's costing them a lot. Excuse me.
Yeah, definitely. Again, overextending, going into the base. If this was flag, makes perfect sense. But in assault, you have to play from the bomb in a position of strength. If the bomb's at 50, you should be up top on 50. And that's not how these guys are playing it, which is costing them right now 1-0.
Yeah, when I play Ace with Warriors and I say, hey, we got to play Fortress Bomb or Aquarius Bomb, they all groan and they're like, no, we're not playing that. And then they'll play Oddball. But that's kind of why I like to scrim that game so much. It's because if you're able to be such a good team with your coordination, Jay Rizzle with the slay at Dragar, it gets taken out in that zone. Chaos in that yellow base. But to finish my point, if you're able to be a good Aquarius team or an Aquarius Bond team, to be even more specific, it really pays dividends in the Halo Rec League. You can really win your Slayers, you can win your bomb game modes, and then everybody knows how to play everything else. So you don't really need too much practice on that. I really recommend players who practice for the HRL to really focus on bomb. We basically see it once every series because Shio, for some crazy reason, loves that game mode. No, I'm joking. But right now, 3 minutes remain. Str8 Tilted hold very strong with some nice defense out of Tony to try to bait Warriors out of their positions and just make a mistake.
See, I like the play from Tony there because he stayed in his own base, had overshot, was watching bomb. He knew most of Warriors were over in car 3, kept the cross shots on P2, even though he goes down right there. But he was doing enough damage and putting some shots on from long range, keeping Warriors at bay until his teammates could get into better position. Good play by Tony there.
Yeah, 3v3 on the map. With 2.5 minutes remaining, you see Champ get one more slay, so Warriors will be spawning up in their back base once again. Deadeye looking sharp, even though they're 10, 12, and 17. They're still doing enough, keeping the enemy at bay. You see everybody in Warriors just grouping up in that car 2, trying to push through blue U, and now they're taking a little bit of our playbook that we're trying to coach them into, but it's to no avail as Jay Rizzle and company are just dominating this top mid.
I like the AC grab here. I think Warriors had a good push. The only thing that I would caution them on is that solo bomb push down into bottom blue util that they just had. They had a chance to back it up, walk it around into blue court. They had everybody focused on that util, and they could have made a switch play there. They didn't take advantage of that. They all go down, bomb in the hands of Str8 Tilted.
Yeah, right now we saw a really great trade by Banana Grabber. Almost got the double melee with the bomb a couple seconds ago, but Jay Rizzle was able to extend their life, get the killing spree to play off the damage that the teammate did with surrendering their life. Now 3 down, Grabber is the last one up. They all come up off the respawn now in their back base. Str8 Tilted are just being very aggressive, holding forward, know where the enemy's going to be, and have that bomb in the yellow util.
Definitely, it's that car side push. You got one guy that's Tony up in P2 getting the cross shots. Even though they didn't get the bomb into base, they got it really close, taking the pressure off, playing the clock. A minute left in this game. Warriors have to make a cohesive push here, get a couple slays, get the bomb as close as possible, and force those spawns into a spot where they can overshoot them.
Yeah, I just don't think this is enough time, to be brutally honest. Warriors, I know them, so I can kind of, give them a little bit of a hard time saying, I don't know. But somehow, some way, actually, I'm eating my words. They have the bomb in there and plant Wow, out of nothing, Game Warden just snuck through. Is 6, now 7, 13, and 19. But with one plant, that might have just saved the game, and if not the series for Warriors. We're definitely going to go to an overtime. Next plant wins. Dark with the perfect onto J Rizzle. Now they're catching fire. This is what I like to see. Dragar with the bomb holding forward, trying to get it as far as they can. They have a 3v2 situation for only a matter of moments. They should need to find one more slay, and out of nothing, Dragar gets the plant to take the lead 2-1 in this Aquarius. That was the 2 plants in 1 minute. That's amazing. Maybe showing me why they don't want to scrim it.
You know what? That was a tremendous play right there. You got to give it up to Game Warden to get that shift of momentum, just going in, arming the bomb. His teammates doing what they've been doing good this entire game. 23, 15, 23 kills, and allowing game.
Take a supportive role. Right now, we're on the perspective of Dragar and Arrow. What are you seeing?
So, I mean, so far you have this B push, right? I like this straight off the bat. Controlling B and with a couple guys pushing over into Cafe is a smart move, but you have to get the slays where they matter, and it looks like Str8 Tilted were able to get those over on that Cafe side and pick up the ball and start getting some early ball time.
Yeah, Str8 Tilted do a great job getting some initial time and keeping their members up. They get a slay at that Cafe. Dragar gets identified and gets lasered. Should drop here. If they're able to play their life, I'm going to give them kudos. Yep, they get their shields back up, or should be, as you see Grabber with that active camo grabbing that power item. It does not get the shroud screen, so they also don't see the player in PD just running to B rail. You see 2 of them now. Somehow, some way, that player let that banana grabber get away without, you know, doing at least a little bit of damage. Well, I guess it was active camo, so I forgive it a little bit. And now you see the killing spree, but no ball time just yet. Str8 Tilted come up at back C, and will be there to meet the push from Warriors. Let's see who comes up on top of this engagement.
I don't know if maybe they didn't give enough callouts for that. Watching Banana Grabber have a tremendous play there at B rails and then just run straight through ATM straight to the ball. I'm not sure he got the comms that he needed to know that they were spawning back C right there. They were able to come in, just pick them off, and now pick up the ball. Warriors with the lead.
Yeah, Dragar with a nice strafe. We just saw, but we switched up the perspective of J Rizzle. I don't mean to glaze the homie too much, but I'm like dying to Dragar during 8s, and I'm like, I get mad. I was like, I was the best player, and now I feel like they're all in HRL shape. They have a lead here by 6 seconds, a minute and a half being drained off this first round. Tony is blinking with their shields. Bait Grabber, they bait Grabber into the push above the ATM, finds the camo with their shots, connects for the assist. It's taken out, or it gets at least hit in the back. Tony somehow, some way gets a trade. 2v2 on the map. That oddball is still in no man's land. And we had a co-caster here on the HRL, Frenetic, the GOAT, as I refer to him, say that he thinks this is going to go the distance, and I think this is looking like it. Both teams are just deadlocked on the streets of New Mombasa.
I like this play right here from Dragar with the invis, getting some damage, not watching his right though. I mean, he walks right out into the line of fire of Str8 Tilted over at B rails, and he gets taken out rather quickly. Did get a kill on that, but I would prefer to have seen him play from a better vantage point than just running out into bottom of C stairs.
Yeah, Game Warden repulses up into that Mando, gets taken out, or at least is there to get the trade. No, wow, Game Warden, not with the caster curse, but with the caster blessing, creates space for their squad at back C. Dragar is holding that flaming skull and will take the lead once again, 22 and counting for Warriors, who now have the money set up. They just got to utilize it and play that ball. The collapse here from Str8 Tilted. We have a second, so I'm gonna pass you the mic. What are you seeing?
I don't like the play here from Warriors. As you can see, they go 4 down right now. A lot of movement instead of just staying put and really just calling things out, getting that information out, and getting those cross shots and doing damage. A lot of movement that cost them their positioning, and a great push by Str8 Tilted to allow for the complete squad wipe and now ball time.
Yeah, I remember one time when one player in MM said, all that movement for double negative towards me. And I was like, maybe you're right. Maybe I got to prioritize just being efficient with my positioning and let the strafe situations come to me. Maybe I don't need to curb slide off everything. I got to make sure that I'm just zoned in on where I'm at. But as I say that, Str8 Tilted get collapsed on. Champ gets taken out right there. Dragar somehow weasels away with their life. I really want that skull being played into the open. Both teams have not taken advantage of their setup to the fullest of its capabilities. That ball is still in backseat. It's trapped. Deadeye's able to get a slay. That's going to be a great opportunity for Str8 Tilted. It's a 3v2 or 3v3 on the map for only a slight second, though, as Deadeye, he's blinking with their shields, waits for the teammate to come in, doesn't get the damage, but Champ is able to get the melee, so no harm, no foul. Champ then drops because of Dark. It's 3 players from Warriors at back C. Chaos, chaos, chaos. Someone get this ball out of C.
Nice double kill right there. I'm really liking the pushes by both teams. A minute 25 remaining on the clock, only separated by about 10 seconds. But a lot of movement, again, just sliding around, not really just looking and taking your shots and making them count, costing both teams to trade here in back C. And I'd like to see them slow it down just a hair and really start utilizing those comms and getting team shots to get these kills.
Yeah, by the grace of God, Warriors find themselves with a great advantage here. They had 3 down on the opponent for a split second. Deadeye is still waiting for the respawn. Now the lead grows to 20 plus seconds. If they're able to get 70, that's going to be a great benchmark for them to take advantage. The shots onto the shocks do not, or the spikes, excuse me, do not connect just yet. Dark plays that ball. That's what I like to see. Str8 Tilted will get a little bit of time off this, but it's only going to be about 20 or 15 or so seconds before they get collapsed on. They do prioritize putting that ball in the back of the setup. With that camo up, Deadeye likes to go bait the enemy, get some great nades into the players in red. If Warriors are not careful, they're going to find themselves 3 down, which they do. Right as I'm saying that, Tony with that skull should be able to tie it, if not take the lead. They got to find their slays and help each other stay alive.
Definitely a good push by Warriors there. They really tried to push, but Str8 Tilted did a great job of just holding position. They had the one guy at ATMs kind of rotating around, but the other 3 locked in to see, watching all the spawns. They know they were coming from PD. All they had to do was just pick them off as they came one-on-one.
Yeah, 50 seconds remain here. This is been a breakneck pace for our oddball. You know, it's been a lot of back and forth and back and forth, and once again back and forth. Deadeye is able to get a slay. Will they get 2 here at that arcade? Does not find the second, but the teammate is there to clean up. 1v2 on the map, as we're in the perspective of the last one up for Warriors, already pushing up through that driveway. I think Str8 Tilted had the more favorable spawns here. I think Warriors were coming up in PD, which is just a marathon. So much distance needs to be covered before you're able to contest again. Oh wow, somehow, some way, Champ plays that ball, has the lead intact by only 1 second. I don't like that. Game Warden just decided to desperate for that ball. Grabber gets the double melee onto the enemy, so it might work out in their favor. Sometimes you can't predict what's happening in this contender level because everybody is just out there getting average, getting slain out. Chaos, chaos, chaos. Will Grabber connect? Somehow is away with their life. 10 seconds remain. It's the final countdown in this round 1. Str8 Tilted take control of that skull once again. Champ trying to at least get the play or the nades into the enemy, whichever one works out. I think, wow, somehow, some way, Str8 Tilted take control of that round 1. What are your closing thoughts on what we just saw and leading into this round 2?
Again, the team that's going to control the map is going to win the game, right? And I think Str8 Tilted did a really good job there towards the end, gave themselves at least 20 seconds on that ball, wiping Warriors and forcing that PD spawn. And that allowed them to really set up and get engaged with their fights as a unit. And they did a great job doing that, giving them that round 1 victory.
Yeah, off the rip, Warriors go down. They might be a little frustrated because of them surrendering that round one. They had it in their palms, but just let go of it. Champ now with this camo should be able to help their team find about 30 seconds or so off this setup. I like this. I like this. Playing a corner, playing some cringe Halo, as the pros would call it, is able to find a two-piece and more time on that skull if they elect to. They do. Pass it to teammate. Yep, that's what I like to see. And just like that, Str8 Tilted will take a very strong lead to start us off in round two.
I'd like Champ to be a little more aware of his surroundings right there. He's going to get some good damage and possibly the kills. Good job on that. He looked over, he saw that his teammates were spawning or in back A, but he didn't look at driveway fast enough. He just kind of let all four members of Warriors start rotating into that driveway and put himself in a predicament. He's going to make it out of there with good teamwork, but I would have liked him to look at that a little faster and have a little more awareness of spawns.
Yeah. Champ right now is trying to play their life, gets the killing spree badge and some more skull time. I really like the back A setup, but right now we've just seen all of a C setup here on Streets. 4 minutes remain in this round two, 35-9. Warriors seem just to be a little bit checked. Grabber is the only one positive on their team. Dark now gets a little bit of time on this skull. The setup needs to be sharp, and they need to not make the mistakes that they made with not utilizing the C position that they have right now. Dragar finds the Slay with the Mando and the melee. The camo goes into the chest of the player in blue. But then 3 down for Str8 Tilted. This should be a great opportunity for Warriors. I think they did a decent job of taking advantage of the setup. Not the best, but they still have the lead now. So it worked out in the end.
Absolutely. You know, Warriors, they played good this entire series. They have a chance to really take the lead here, hold it down, lock it down. I'd like to see them kind of not push like that push right there into driveway. Probably not the best move. And here, just rotating away from the ball to B to get the kill, but just unnecessary damage being taken and leaving their ball carrier completely susceptible to great push by Str8 Tilted, where you're going to get them off the ball separated by 30 seconds.
Yeah, I frankly can't believe it. Somehow, some way, Warriors have the lead in this round two by 60 seconds. That's the power of one clean team wipe, of when you have that skull in hand. Now Warden is looking sharp, trying to be even on that score, but is electing to get the 20 seconds on the ball. 69, the lucky number, to 40. Now Warriors continue to tick, tick, tick. They grab 3 more seconds for 72-40 with the collapse onto Str8 Tilted. The sloppy push out of the squad in blue will lead Warriors to potentially take this round two out of nowhere. They had nothing, and now they actually have a money setup, know exactly where the spawns are going to come up. They see all 4 and are ready to start shooting.
This a great play by Warriors here, slowing it down, locking down C, not pushing out too far. They have one guy that likes to roam. That's fine, but you have to be willing to get that damage before you go down, and Warriors are doing just that, even though they are 3 down right now. So Str8 Tilted.
Yeah, 2 more seconds for Warriors for them to take the round. Str8 Tilted need to be perfect here if they want to close things out in 2 maps in, or 2 rounds, and tie this map count to 2-2. How many times did I say 2 during that? A lot. Right now, 48-49 is the score. Dragar gets the double kill. The nade explosions hard, immense, but somehow, some way, Warriors do a great job of tying this oddball. Frenetic in chat, you were right about this one. It's gonna go the distance. Round 3 on Streets. What are you thinking, Arrow?
I think if Warriors can continue to play that the way that they just played round 2, they have a chance to take this game, and it's going to be really close. So watch for Str8 Tilted to really make some cohesive pushes, but watch for Warriors to get their setups, even though they're 3 down right now. Watch for them to get that setup again. They're comfortable in top C. That's where they want to play it. That's where they're going to keep it.
Yeah, they spawn at C. Str8 Tilted elect to go there. I really don't like this setup. Just go at A, but they didn't have the spawn, so they're just doing, they're just making do with what they have. The camo goes into the chest of a player in red who's just straggling. Grabber goes down, not pushing with the teammate. That's gonna punish Warriors with Str8 Tilted grabbing a little bit more time, but Warriors, as we've seen, can make something out of nothing. That's really their strong suit. They don't have to have much. They just gotta make one pick, and out of nowhere, they'll be able to find the slay. But it seems like just having that coordination is the first and only barrier to their success. Dark now playing their life at Planners gets taken out. The double kill from Tony to ice out Warriors and secure more time on that scroll for the squad in blue.
Definitely, Warriors have to make a cohesive push right in here. They have to go in as a full unit. They're kind of going in twos, but Str8 Tilted has the setup right now in C. They need to get one person to get some long picks and hopefully do some damage and really push this as a unit, but they're not doing that just yet. So watch for them to kind of change up their strategy and really push and start team shotting as much as possible.
Yeah. Warriors now just grabbing more time on the ball, trying to rotate it out of C. That's what I like to see. No pun intended once again, but Str8 Tilted collapsed very well, and I think they're in the driver's seat right now. They zoom in with the ball to try to see the enemy a little bit at that active camo. Dark is able to get away with that power item. Doesn't pop it just yet. Plays their life. Maybe gonna get punished because they didn't utilize the active camo. I know you want to help out your team. That's a good decision, but in this instance, you gotta waste that power item. Great patience out of J Rizzle to not utilize that camo, which is on a clock just yet. They're waiting for the right time, just keeping it away from Warriors. And right now, they go up by at least 40 seconds. 4 minutes remain here in round 3. Just great patience out of J Rizzle to play those benches, force the 3 down. Dragar is the only one up, and Deadeye will secure more time.
Yeah, I mean, Warriors with a good push, but J Rizzle, I mean, the patience right there. That's what I'm talking about. Just sitting back, relaxing, waiting, and picking your spots to engage. And he did a great job. He saw damage on the first guy that came in, got the clean pick on that, waited for that second guy to come up the stairs, got the clean pick on that, still has AC in his hand, or in the hands of Banana Grabber. So we're going to have to see if anybody realizes that they have this AC and actually plays it and gets it off the map finally.
Yeah, J Rizzle can go into the diamond lineup for SOR and do wonders, but you know, if they're watching the VOD, if you want to join the clan, J Rizzle, I know a place. But all jokes aside, you see Banana Grabber grabbing some more time on that skull. Warriors need a money setup. Dragar goes down. It's a 3v3. They might get punished here, but Champ goes down. The nade from Warden connects off screen. Grabber, I don't like the ball being at Mando. I don't know what it is. It's like sweet, sweet honey, and these players are bees. They're just swarming for the worst spots to hold that skull. Go to top C. I know you're not as covered, but you're able to play the ball easily. With that push and collapse, Str8 Tilted should be able to find their time to close things out. You give the ball at back C. You're going to come up at PD. The perfects from Str8 Tilted on the kill feed, and that might be game 4. We're probably going to go to a game 5 Origin Slayer because of the mistakes we're seeing. The active camo saw another active camo and didn't pop it. That's the patience we're seeing from this lobby. Now in the back pocket, I believe Dark or Game Warden, I'm not sure, but Grabber somehow, some way gets some more damage at that Mando, touches that skull, does not play it though. That's the consequences of just staying in Mando.
Definitely. The fact that that AC sat on the map for that long and nobody played it is a huge waste. There could have been a lot of good plays that could have been made by both back in the day. I'm going to date myself playing with the Ogre twins. Like, you know, those guys were just as bad. So it's always fun. But here we go, game number 5. Let's see it go.
Yeah, don't get me started on Ninja on H4. Oh my days, watching those VODs on YouTube. But right now, it was actually Str8 Tilted getting the first blood, but Warriors respond well here with the top tower position. They surrender it. J Rizzle goes down to the dummies, tries to get some nades. Warriors are a great Slayer team, so I'm expecting them to ice up here. I know I keep saying that I expect them. I don't want to count Str8 Tilted out. The no scope by Banana Grabber, but the amount of times I played Slayer Game 5 live fire during Ace with Warriors is immense. So, Era, what are you seeing on screen as we see the QT play? Warden with the assist. What else do you see?
I mean, I think Warriors are pissed, right? They gave up a really good game on Oddball, and they're coming out for blood right here. And you can totally see it. I mean, Warden 1, 3, and 2. He's already got 3 assists on the, on the scoreboard, and he's out for blood. He's got something to show as he just gets a kill right there, helping his team get a 3-kill lead right now. Look for Warriors to take this game number 5. I think I'm calling it.
Yeah. 8-4 is the score with about 80 seconds being drained off that clock. Game Warden at the bottom mid, Str8 Tilted are staggered here. Warriors doing a great job of just being on top of everything, whether it be the power weapons, the spawns, and the information that they distribute to their team. They're just doing a great job. They have a 4-kill lead here. They just got to manage the game, manage the clock, and make sure that they're not giving away any easy deaths.
100%. The one thing I didn't like from Game Warden right there is jumping out to AC without AC being there. There was no reason to push that. He did pick up the kill in window, but he also put himself in a precarious situation where he was going to take some damage. So now Banana Grabber pushing down into that bottom mid gets a lot of damage, but nobody, again, there to help him clean up those kills, even though they still have the 3-kill lead.
Yeah. 3-kill lead is intact, but Str8 Tilted have momentum, minimize that lead to only 2. Tony, BTB, definitely a BTB kid, is just playing their life here at Dummies with that C9 Dragon Bandit, is prioritizing having a good rotation and collapse onto A, picks up the repulse. Let's see if they're able to utilize it. They see the shots at Sandbags, but Banana Grabber is there with the flank, and now Tony will group up with a teammate, slow things, and this is what I like to see out of Str8 Tilted. They're just slowing things down, but Warriors know exactly what they need to do when the pace is a little bit slower on live fire. Deadeye with his camo bumps into 3 members. You don't even want to fire your gun. You don't even want to be seen, because just like that, they are taken down.
Poor guy trying to play his life right there in a precarious situation with 1 member up in top mid and 3 pushing up that C ramp. Not much you can do there except what he did, and he played his life as long as he could, tried to get at least a little bit of time on that AC burnt off, and he did what he could. I feel bad for him right there. What a tough situation.
Yeah, the lead is now 5 for Warriors. The repulse goes through for Tony, who's able to connect with a slay. I think it was a melee, not a pancake, but it was very close for that badge. You see the engagement at that dummy door. The mark assist goes through for Tony, who now minimizes the lead to only 2. So Warriors just being a little staggered here. It's been all Str8 Tilted these last couple minutes. Warriors are just getting the trades. The repulse doesn't land. Grabber goes down though, and it's back to 2. Wow, Warriors need to be really careful here, because with 8 minutes remaining, they only lead by 1, now 0, 21-22, back in favor for Warriors. Chaos at that back tower.
Definitely, I think Warriors need to slow this game down. They did a really good job of pushing together at the beginning of this game, and they've kind of gotten away from that here in the last 10 kills. They slow it down. Right now they have Sniper over at AC. I don't like the play so out in bottom at AC out in the mid, because you're going to get pinched just like that. And that's 2 down for Warriors, and great play by Str8 Tilted to really collapse on that play.
Yeah, a great play. Str8 Tilted now take the lead here. Warriors, frankly, throwing a little bit. I hate to say it just like that, but you see Dragar just in no man's land. They have a teammate come up at back A, but then they separate from that teammate. It decides to QT back to another teammate at back B. And now the setup at C here is in favor for Str8 Tilted. And on Live Fire Slayer, you really just want to stay at C. Let the opposing team push to you. Dragar QT's out of there. 24-25 as we see some exchanges off screen. Now it's tied. 3 down for Str8 Tilted. Should be a 4 down. But no, J Rizzle comes back up to support the teammate. That's an unfortunate spawn for J Rizzle. Bumps right into Dragar, who tries to get a sticky, but things are still tied. 27, now 29-27 in the blink of the eye. Warriors come back to take the lead. It's only 1 though.
Yeah, definitely. Warriors doing a good job now collapsing, but Str8 Tilt holding down spawns. If you notice, they held down that C spawn until they got pushed out and forced out of there. and now holding down A spawn until they got forced out of there. That's how they're coming back in this game and keeping it close, is they're holding their spawns. They're really not pushing unless they absolutely need to, and they're playing from cover.
Yeah. Right now, just waiting to see that actually unfold. It's a little bit of a slower pace right now, but as I say, that exchanges go in favor for Str8 Tilted to force two down for Warriors, but in that B hole, someone is there to clean up. Now the sniper in the hands of Grabber. Let's see if they're able to connect with a headshot. This would really pay dividends. Does not connect. Maybe you got to go with the no scope so you don't zoom out when you get shot and throw off your aim. But we're in the contenders. Engagements at that dummy door goes in favor once again for the team that's leading. It was a trade, and we know how that works out. The sticky, and the disgusting no scope. Oh my days. 34-35. We're in the final leg of this stream and of this series. Let's see who's able to come up on top, because it is dead even right now.
Yeah, I mean, somebody message that kid and tell Grabber not to zoom in ever. Like, why is he even bothering zooming in after a no scope like that? Like, clip it, chat. Like, send it to him and make it a point. What a nasty no scope there at dummy door, like, or a pillar door. Amazing play by him, and to get the trade even. So, good job from Banana Grabber right there.
Yeah, but Str8 Tilted grabbed the lead in response, and now I feel like Warriors may have overheated to start this game. That lead goes to 4 now for Str8 Tilted, 41-37. Deadeye drops. It's back to 3. 4.5 minutes remain. We're definitely not going to go to time unless Str8 Tilted decide to turtle. And let's see who's able to win this camo engagement, because Sniper in the hands of J Rizzle is a deadly sight for the opposing team, who now go down 3. 420 on the clock, the lucky number. The slay at Turbine to drain that camo. Dragar with the assist, 3 down. Champ is the last one up for Str8 Tilted, 42-43.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Warriors came out of the gate flying, and I was going to call it for him, but Str8 Tilted just coming back and now controlling at least part of the map. Beautiful snipe right there by Dragar, and they're picking up some kills here. Watch out for the Warriors, but man, they must be a Chevy, because they got started quick but ran out of gas really fast.
Yeah, wow. Just wow. I'm definitely gonna hear them decompress and talk about the series once I hop into their party right after this match. Win or lose, it's gonna be heartbreak if they lose, but as I say that, 2 kills go into the favor of Warriors, while 1 goes into the pocket of Str8 Tilted. 47-46, 3.5 minutes remain. Somehow, some way, Warriors are able to claw back after being 4 down. Now they only need 2 more picks to end this. Grabber with the perfect on the Champ. Let's see. What are you seeing, Arrow? Because that's 1 more pick in favor for Dragar.
1 kill. Yeah, definitely 1 kill remaining, and this is what Warriors are good at. This is how they won their games, is slowing the game down, controlling the map, and they are doing it right here, right now, and they are 1 kill away from taking this series.
Yeah, just got to hold forward here. I know you don't want to drop the team light, but with the stuff and off the rack, Game Warden with the Optic Gaming skin on the sniper.